Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for a little mini episode where I'm just going to explain the basics of Chocobo raising in this game after doing it for a few hours. So to start off, you have to unlock the ability to keep Chocobos, and that's everything with Classico that we've done in the game. But I'm doing this in Chapter 5, you can do this at any time, but Chapter 5 is when you get the rewards. But he gives you Gisal Greens, and you just have to keep running around outside over here until you find a Chocobo that actually has a battle that has a Chocobo. Use the greens on the Chocobos so that doesn't run away, kill all the enemies. If you spend too long and it says he's satisfied, you have to use another set of greens and you catch a Chocobo. It's really easy. There's various places you can go to catch Chocobos. You can find them in timid, normal, and bold natures. Each area that you can find Chocobos, you can find all those natures, but just different percentages. But once you catch one, just check it out in the reserves over here or in your main party. Just walk up to it and talk to it, and it'll tell you how much heart it is, what the nature is, and what its max level. And that's the most important thing, because you're going to need Chocobos with a max level of 5 if you want to get everything done over here. The next thing you want to do is go over to Classico and just talk to him and go over to, see where it says raise Chocobo, and you can raise it up to next levels. Over here I've got Chocobos that I'm turning into level 5. But you also don't do what I just did over there and do more than what you need, because it doesn't just raise it to the next level automatically. It's just a waste. But in order to get what we need to do, you're going to need 3 level 1 Chocobos, all sent out and come back. It doesn't matter where you send them, they just have to come back. Then 3 level 2 Chocobos. It could be the same Chocobo, but they have to be level 1, and then level 2, and level 3, and level 4, and level 5, 3 of each, sent out and returned safely. If you send 3 out and only 2 come back, you only need to send 1 more of that type. But at the end, we're going to need 4 level 5 Chocobos. So just keep that in mind. If you find Chocobos that can become level 5, you might want to just save before they come back if you don't want to go out finding them, because they are kind of rare. Make sure that their heart is up also. You can just feed them. If you start running out of greens, go over to the nutritive greens option, and Classical will restock you on those. He restocks as you do battles, so you're going to have to do a whole bunch of battles to get greens, and especially to get those Chocobos up to level 5, you're going to need a lot of greens, so just keep that in mind. You are also going to want to send a level 4 or 5 Chocobo out to specifically the Mihen High Road when you're in Chapter 5, because that unlocks another dungeon, but we'll get to that in a minute. The places that you can send them change the likelihood of success depending on the nature of the Chocobo. If you got a timid Chocobo, I would suggest sending it to Kilika, Thunder Plains, or Beaconel. If you got normal, I would suggest Besaid, Moonflow, or Macalania, and bold goes to Jose or Comlands. If you send them to other places, they lose heart more quickly, or they will just not find interesting stuff. But you can get interesting rewards by sending them around. It's not like great stuff, but if they come back, if you send them out with less than 100 heart and they come back with no items, you can get one of 2 garment grids that you can only get this way, so I guess there's that. But once you send out the Chocobos, in order for them to come back, you are going to need to do a whole bunch of battles. So, the easiest way is just to equip the lure that you have and just run around outside. It also helps a lot because you find Chocobos out there, so as you're doing the 6 or 7 battles you need for the Chocobos to return properly, you can find Chocobos that you need. I didn't have to explore anywhere else that I needed to. I also took this opportunity to give all my characters the gambler garment grid, so that we get double EXP, and I used it as an opportunity to level grind a little bit up to 70 so that we can actually not die in the next areas. So yeah, you can do this at chapter, I think starting from chapter 3 you unlock this area, but you need to have caught like a chocobo by then, but you really don't need to do it till chapter 5. But if you want to just do these things over the course of the game, it's fine. You get free items, I guess. But yeah, there's three, technically two, but three main things that we're trying for with the Chocobos. One is unlocking the secret dungeon in Mihen. Two is unlocking the secret dungeon in the by the Chocobos, and the third one is attached to the secret dungeon, which is something called the Amazing Chocobo. But we'll get to that in the episode where we actually do that dungeon. Yeah, so once you... I just have the footage here. So again, once you... The basics here, just to lay it down before we get to the things I unlocked. Catch Chocobos, use the Giselle greens in battle. Go and check them out before you start leveling up to make sure that they can actually reach level 5. Save before they come back, just in case they didn't succeed. And just make sure that you send 3 of the level 1s, 3 of the level 2s, 3 of the level 3s, 3 of the level 4s, and then eventually 3 of the level 5s. And I'll get into how to unlock. Well, actually, we'll talk about it right now. So what I did to unlock the Mihen dungeon is I didn't have any level 5s yet, but I sent out a level 4 to Mihen, the Mihen High Road, which just make sure that you have high heart for it, because it's not, none of the Chocobos are particularly suited for it, but it's a level 4 or 5, and you have to do it in chapter 5. But once you do that, there's a chance when you go back over here that you talk to Clasco, and he says, we sent me in, yeah, well, that one doesn't matter. I sent a whole bunch of them. It's incredible. The Chocobo uncovered some sort of mysterious cave. You know, the large clearing on Mihen Old Road, the place with the terraced cliff and dome-shaped ruin? Cave entrance is right around there. The Chocobo says you shouldn't have any trouble finding it there. So, yeah. That's all you need to do to unlock it. So that was level 4 that I sent. For the next one, so in order to unlock the final the dungeon in the ruins here, you have to have a team of 4 Chocobos, 4 level 5 Chocobos as your main team. You technically only have to send out 3 of them and have them come back safely. But I sent out all 4 over here because why not? It took me the most time just finding the level 5 Chocobo because most of them are just garbage. You can generally tell what max level the Chocobo is by the moves it uses in battle. If it uses Choco Meteor, that's a good one. I don't think the last one that I caught used Choco Meteor. I think it was like using Choco Shell, so it's possible it's one of those two. Yeah, you just send it out. You do the 6 or 7 battles, and you come back and go inside, and you get a cutscene. This is even before the Chocobos come back. You just have to have the 4 level 5s in your party there.
Lady Yuna, what should I do?
What's wrong?
This way, hurry! The Chocobos founded. They seem to have scented one of their own kind.
Well, what? I bet there's an amazing Chocobo inside. But wimpy little me can't go find it myself,
Oh my
is that
God.
it?
Yes, that's
He's
exactly
not even
right.
sorry.
See?
I love that. Anyway, yeah, you unlock the Chocobo dungeon over there. Not to be confused with Chocobo Dungeon, the game. But yeah, you don't even need to see how well your Chocobos have done. But yeah, that's it. Once again, you just make sure you catch good ones. Make sure you send out 3 of each level. Make sure you send at least a high level one out to Mihen, and you're golden. And yeah, in an episode or 2, we'll actually check out these dungeons. And yeah, it's simple once you realize that you just have to find the correct Chocobos, and it's more just time consuming than anything. You know, doing those 6 or 7 battles in between sending them out and coming back and making sure that they do it. But anyway, thank you for watching.